So last time we were looking at the dating after the various priesthoods of Ptolemaic Egypt. And we had started on the so-called priesthood of Alexander, which we had in the cartouche here. And the name of that priesthood sort of becomes longer and longer with every new Ptolemy, that it becomes the priesthood of Alexander and the savior gods and the father-loving gods, etc., etc. So that's sort of the part that we're on right now. I actually wanted to show you something quickly, but well, the archive links doesn't work right now, right? So that's still a thing. But I have a PDF of this book of Clarice. It's usually Clarice or some kind of person like that, and it's a book called The Eponymous Priests of Ptolemaic Egypt. And there, I think I should have, yeah, and there you get that dating. I mean, it's just to see how regular this thing is and how it really works for the dating part, that the priesthoods are for the calendar year, and it works. So we have, for example, for here we get for the year 197, 196 of Ptolemy V, we have Aetos, who is the priest of Alexander, which is the one we are talking about right now, and then we have the other priesthood that we're going to see in a bit. But so yeah, so this is really a system that they had going on ever since the first Ptolemy.
So it really changes annually? Is that right?
Yeah, it changes. It changes. I guess thought first or something like this, which would be the first day of the Egyptian calendar, and the new priest starts on that day, and has to change every year. So it's as if the priesthood was also made for the calendar, almost. I don't know. But no, well, I don't know if that works. But at least it's very, very regular, and yeah.
Very cool. And they give the parents too. Aetos, son of Aetos, Purra, daughter of Philinus. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry.
I guess in the absence of family names, you need that. I'm guessing that's the reason why.
Yeah, I think so. So we can see what we get then. We have come to the this hieroglyphic part. If someone wants to have a go, it's very much the same as what we've had before.
Also called the Aaron section.
Also called the Aaron section, yes. Or anyone else if someone wants to.
This is pretty straightforward. I think someone else could take it.
Yeah.
If they're willing. Like a certain cat.
Well, I don't know what the sign is beneath the netter sign, but
over here you mean?
Yeah.
Aaron, sorry.
I think it's Maneth.
Yeah, it's Maneth. So what we have up here in the Demotic.
Okay, so Henna netter Maneth. Oui.
So, I guess Henna. Yeah, so we can do Netcher, oui, Menech.
And then Henna netter it. Mer. Or what was it? In Father Loving Gods.
Yeah, so what's the order? It's the gods that love their father. So if we do again, Netcher, oui, Mer, it, something like this.
And then Henna after that again.
Yeah, and then I don't know, did I just stop the line? No, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay. Netter Peri.
Yeah, exactly. Netcher Peri. So yeah, so that works. So this is Menech is the what is it again? I have it here. The Evirgetai So the beneficent gods, and then we have the Philopaterus, the father-loving gods, and then we have our Ptolemy V, Epiphanes, who is the god that appears.
In other words, Ptolemy 3, 4, and the current one, Ptolemy 5.
Correct? Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. What did we have? We had
Alexander. Then you have the Adelphoi there, isn't it? Oh, no,
these are the Adelphoi.
These are therefore. This is the Soter. What is it? Soteres? How do you make the plural of Soter?
Yeah, Soteres, perfect.
Okay, so the Soteres, which is number 1. Yes, that's number 1. Ptolemy Soter is number 1. Then you have they have number 2, and then we just covered 3, 4, and 5. So basically, this priest is in charge of anybody since the times of Alexander.
Yes, basically. Right. And so we finish now, as you say, with the current one. And we get the same as we basically said. Who wants to do the Greek?
I can do it real quick if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's a Kai Theon, Euergeton.
Oh, I hate when I do this. Sorry. Okay.
Oops.
Fix it later. Kai Theon,
Ergeton, Kai Theon, Philopatodon, I guess. I can't see the right-hand side, but that's what it has to be. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all genitive plurals. Then comes a Kai again, and
Kai, and we have
Teu. So now it's a singular god. Genitive singular masculine, Teu. Epipanus, the appearing one.
Perfect. Epiphanus.
So I guess our youngster is not married yet, so no plurals there.
Yeah, that's right. And I wonder if in that one of those important steles for the hieroglyphic portion, the one at Nobaire, that is maybe the most important, is a bit later. So in that stele, actually, he is married, and so I think it's a bit different. But I think I read that Kurt Seta, who did the transcription, actually transcribed it as if it was the Rosetta Stone. So he changed it back to singular and some other things. He changed the dates to make it fit with the Rosetta.
Makes sense. Very cool.
So yeah, Teu Epiphanus. Okay, now something a bit new, some demotic. If I have a volunteer.
Is it Entina Peri?
Na. No, it's not Peri actually. It's the beneficent gods or something like this. I'm trying to.
Must be
exactly.
Like beautiful.
Yeah. And then do you have something else here? No, that's right. That's not. So it would be Na'an exactly. So one of these Na verbs. I'll just put it all together, I think.
Oh yes.
And it would be.
Which means Sejum Ephalos, is that correct?
What did you say?
Which means a Sejum Ephalos, I guess. Sejum Ephon. Because the na doesn't go with all forms of the adjective verb, right? So
I don't know this, but because what do we? But you can see what do we have after?
I would say that is so. It's the article. We don't know yet if that is a taif or a paif or a knife, but then the next word is mit. So that tells you it has to be taif or tef, because it's
exactly
a feminine abstractum. So And the next one then is Nefer. So it is Met Nefer. So his goodness, his beauty, and if you look down to the hieroglyphic portion, it says Neb Neferu, Lord of Beauty. So that actually fits.
Yeah,
So whose goodness or yeah, whose goodness is beautiful or something of that nature.
yeah, exactly. Whose goodness is beautiful. Yeah, I follow you now. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so that was I can't remember, but I guess that is Ephraistos in the Greek. Sorry, because Ptolemy the Fifth is Epiphanes Ephraistos. Okay. Now we have some uniliterals for a name.
Is it ice? Aleph I-S?
Yeah, let's choose like this. Aleph, and then this is Y actually. So it's and it looks like an S, but it's three meant as three verticals.
And then it's an Aleph after that again?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I guess that's the end of the cartouche, or is it?
It's a phonetic sign.
Is it a jet?
So yeah, it could
I
be.
don't know.
It can be just a T in this case, as we had, for example, at the ending of Neferet, the feminine T. And then we have the little hook thingy here, which is this
Wow.
lasso kind of sign that I never remembered. That looks a bit like this. I don't know.
The good old
Which is
Wa.
yeah.
But now it's U.
Ooh, mm. And then
Yeah,
we
someone
have.
has to take over. I'm lost. So
Sorry.
I'm
You
just
can,
saying I'm lost. Someone has to take over.
you can actually
Oh
use
yeah,
the
no problem.
you can use the hieroglyphs to cheat. It's almost the same.
Yeah, right.
S- Um,
It would be.
yeah, this is not a warrior name, so it has no cartouches on it. So I would say it should end where you have that little, I don't know what to call that. There is a little sign in the middle, which is like a vertical with a little stroke going out to the right. Yep, that's it. So that's the man determinative. So you can sort of know from that that's where the name ends. So we had a T, we had a W. What could that stuff at the end be? I would say that is S, that combination of the old Sa backlift and determinative stroke. And then that last almost cuneiform looking sign at the end, at least the DPDP describes that as a Y1 book roll. Yeah, that's how it often appears.
You meant which one do you mean,
Yeah.
Aurelio?
The one that you're resting your cursor on, that one exactly. I think they're
Ah,
transcribing.
okay.
I think they're transcribing that as stroke plus Y1, and that's how it also appears, for example, in Nefer. So I'm kind of inclined to believe that, but yeah.
Hmm.
In any case, so the
Yeah. So
name. Mhm.
do you have an opinion on sort of how they, if that's part the late Egyptian stuff that helps them to figure out what the precursor in hieroglyphs are?
Maybe. I honestly don't know. No, not yet.
Hmm.
Not yet.
Okay.
It's more like a mental bridge that I'm using. But so then the whole name becomes Ayatus, or I think the real name is Aetus or Aetos.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you're saying that S at the end is a combination of the saw glyph, then a determinative stroke or a Z1 or Y1 stroke. No, Z1 stroke, and then a Y1 book roll.
That's what
I'm trying
That's
to.
what those three basically straight lines in a row are saying.
Yep, that's right. Although
Saw
the last one is kind of bent. There you go. You can see it here. The one that
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
okay, it's basically my reaction to if that's what it is. Okay, but what I can say is if you type in Nefer, for example, There you go. Or Nanefer. And then you look at the end of this. Where do we? Oh, it's making a liar out of me. Too bad. Okay, looks like I'm wrong. Just if you hover over one of those, like for example, yeah, that one would do. So here they actually, what I just identified as the A1 man glyph, they say this one is actually the book roll. Okay, so I misremembered. My bad. And if you go over, let's take the third one from the left. Yeah, same. So no, you know what, Aaron? I'm wrong. I misremembered. Here they break it down completely differently. They say this is the Y one. Go figure.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. So and in this case it's as you said earlier, this is the man determinative, which we curiously or a bit weirdly a bit higher up had for Ptolemy himself at some point instead of the divine determinative. Maybe a mistake or I don't know.
Hmm.
Okay, and we have exactly. I can just write this because it's exactly the same. A I a tus. So yeah, there's an implicit son of in this part. It's maybe it's a bit calqued on the Greek or something because the Greek could do well. It would usually have the article, so I don't know. Okay. So what's the equivalent in hieroglyphs then?
So Neb Nefru.
Neb, Nefer,
And then it's the same, I, but with a D this time. I,
yeah, right. That's right. So
and then there's a Pa.
yeah, right.
Name again.
Pa, and then I, a. Is that normal in earlier Egyptian to just have Pa for the someone son of the Aetus one in a way?
Oh, is it Son? Maybe it's Saw then.
You think it's Sa? Okay.
I would, but with that raised wing, it really looks like a paw to me.
I think it's Pa.
I agree.
You think it's paw?
Yeah, I think here's what's going on. I think I could be wrong, but in late Egyptian, you start to have that Pa en, Ta en, the one of the one belonging to, and that also lives on in Coptic. You have that as Pa and Ta, and it's really common in the formation of names. For example, the one belonging to Amun, the one belonging to trying to think of other names now, like Knum and whatnot. You basically just put this Pa in front of it. And actually, I saw a really interesting inscription yesterday, which I shared in the channel, which was one of like the last, if not the last, demotic inscription. And there's two people who basically name of so and so, son of so and so, and then his brother or something, name of so and so, son and so and so. And the first one uses the good old word sa for son, and the second one actually uses the Pa. So in the same inscription, you see them side by side. Now that's demotic, but that really tells you that these are two alternatives. Yeah, if you can bring that up, that would be great. This is it, but it's probably easier to see if you just click on the link. There's a link there. A bit high. There you go. That one. So why is this cool? Because if you look at that, scroll all the way towards the end, line number 7. The date on this, it's hard to read because, of course, demotic dating, we didn't have that yet, but this is year 169 of Diocletian. In other words, you're in the 400s. This is like way, not 400s BCE, but 400 AD. So this is really late. I think this may be the latest securely dated securely dated inscription that is still in the old writing system and not in hieroglyphs. So because the question that we were asking yesterday night was, how long did they actually use that dating system? Did they die with Cleopatra, or did you still use it with Roman emperors? And here you can see that at least in this inscription, it's being used until into the 400s, but using Diocletian, interestingly enough. So
Actually, that I'm actually really curious about this now because in the Coptic Church, our
yes,
year is based off of when Diocletian died.
right. The year of the martyrs, right?
Yep,
AM.
into Martyros.
What's interesting here is these people do it too, even though they may not be Christian. If you go all the way to the top now, inscription A, sorry, little bunny right here. But so this one says, Esmetes the elder, son of Pacumis. By the way, Pacumis is probably also one of those names that use that path that we just talked about. The first prophet of Isis. So at least the father was a prophet of Isis. The name of his mother is Sensmetis, I guess, daughter of a great priest of Isis. So at least the parent generation is like 100% the old religion. So it's interesting that this person would use the Diocletian dating, even though presumably they're not Christian. But then the interesting thing is the way that son is being said here is sa. But then if you scroll down, oh yeah, the sa can be found. No, never mind.
This one.
Yeah, and that's basically if you go on top, it's not this one. Yeah, that's it. That's the sa. Looks really weird, huh? But yeah, that's what it is. And then if you go to the second inscription, line number 4, this one has, sorry, line number 5. The first sign you'll all recognize by now, I think. It's Pa. So it's not that complicated Tsar sign, but here the son of Harendotes is actually written as Pa Harendotes, the one belonging to Harendotes. So it seems to be synonyms at this point in time. To your question, Aaron.
I wonder if the dating is sort of what's going on right now, where we still use, the birth of Christ, even though most people are atheists, where it's just the Christian. I don't know if the Christians would have been the majority by now, but just enough of a cultural weight that it just becomes the norm.
Oh, you're right. If we're in the 400s, so the temples are closed. That this temple is still getting visitors is amazing, but we're, I think, talking far in the south, if I'm not mistaken, where traditions stay a little bit longer. But basically in Alexandria at this point in time, everything is closed. You can't go to a pagan temple anymore. So you're right. Christianity has definitely won for the moment. That's a good point. So complete bunny, right? Sorry, but somebody asked the question.
So with this D to T change here, is this phonetic or is this actually this demotic sign here? Is that based on the bread loaf or is that based on the hand? Because I could see it either way.
Yeah, I think the idea is that it's from the bread loaf, right? For the for this sign specifically. How do they write the? They have this D, the D sound where they combine the N and the T. So they write where they write which is used in foreign names and stuff. So they don't really N and T, something like this is sort of a D sound, and then you have the snake kind of thingy, which is the ja.
So the hand sign is dead in demotic. That doesn't become a sign.
I think it exists.
I'm not sure.
I think it exists.
Does it? Okay.
I think. Let's. Now we need.
Maybe it's a long one. I really maybe it's, if I remember from Johnson, that it's written like a much longer type of T.
Now we need an example. Like for example, how do you write basket? Deni or den. Is that spelled with a T now?
Oh yeah, it doesn't show up here.
Oh.
But...
just make a TN. Or maybe they write a T. Haha, da, never mind. Dumb proposal. How about D is D here is of course a I think that's some kind of ligature. This one, yeah.
What about this one? Yeah, we have here, you see, we have the the hand here. So it has this much longer tail than the T in a way.
Let's look
Yeah.
at some real examples if you scroll down.
Got it. Very similar shape.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it has a long tail, this one. But we can do maybe the sign thingy for the DPDP where you can just write D like
Oh
this.
yeah, good idea. Mhm.
And then we get we get this thing. So, and if we were to do T, the one which comes from the bread loaf, it's did that not work?
I think you had to pick one.
Yeah, then it's a shorter one in a way, is the idea.
Got it.
Yeah. So I guess we sometimes have to interpret if, I mean, arguably this could be a D maybe, but I guess here it's shorter, but yeah. Anyway. Okay, how about the same epithets but in Greek? Oh, epithet and then the name of the priest.
Sure, why not? I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh wait, my camera's not. Eucharisto. Aetu. Or Aetu, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, what would that be? E, tu.
Tu Aetu again.
Yeah.
So, giving grace or thanks. I'm not too sure how I'd go with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Or the one that gives grace. Yeah, something like this. And then the name
of. So is this like the person's name, son of the same name, if that makes sense?
Yeah. So it's Aetos, son of Aetos.
Okay.
And actually, and some strange stuff in a way is that this name obviously comes from the Greek Aetos, which means eagle, and which has the accent on the O, and then for I don't know why, but in a lot of personal names the accent seems to move forward. I guess we know that somehow. But yeah. Okay, thanks. And now we come into a second priesthood. If someone wants to try it.
Can give it a shot, unless somebody else wants to. Don't want to be the one always talking. Going, gone. Okay. So the first one is an R, which by this point in time would just be pronounced E. So it could be multiple different things. And then comes the horizontal sign is a P. There's a little space filler dot underneath. So P, L, Aleph. And then the last one I would take as a personal determinative. Although, that's a bit weird. Can't be a man because the next word that follows is Sat, daughter. So this is definitely a female name. Sat N, I think.
Sorry. Exactly. So Sat. Then we have Sat N, right? This N is here.
And then the next name starts again with a P. P, Y, L, or R. You know what?
Which?
Actually, that is the L. I think I made a mistake. The first one is an R, in the first name, and then this one is the L. Note, see how it has the little extra stroke on there? I think that should be an R then. So Pura, that is Pura, the one that we looked at a moment ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Pura, the daughter of Pilinis, I guess. Whatever
Yeah.
the real
So,
name is. Pilinis or something similar. And this one ends in an A1 man. So that one's okay.
so I'm thinking this is just the B1, right? If that's the female version.
Wow, could be. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll check it later.
Okay. And then we have a phi, an F.
Yeah.
FY, I think. Is that
Yes.
Y? Yeah, Y. Maybe YU, I'm not sure. But this is spelled almost alphabetically. And then comes some weird stuff.
Yeah, I don't. What was this? I'm having trouble remembering myself. Here we get something new. So all of this is the sh sound actually. This one.
That's a sh. That is a sh and a sh and what? A sh and a p again? Shep.
Yeah.
Shep, which is prize, I
Yeah.
think. And then afterwards, there is a Q and an N, Shepkeni. There you go. And that has some weird person glyph behind it. The last one. That's where the word ends. That can
Yeah.
be
This is the person. I think this is the person that has like lifting something on its head or something like this. I want to say.
can be a bunch of things. Can be the child.
Yeah.
Can be a guy with his arms outstretched. Like raised up. This is like the complicated man glyph.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good way to remember it, I think. So basically, this is a Phi Shep Keni. This is bearer of what? A prize, right? Like Shep is prize and Keni is contest. So trophy bearer, maybe.
Something like this. Exactly.
And if you look in the
So this
Greek,
one we have this one in Coptic, right?
yes, Phi, isn't it?
Phi. So Phi.
Shep, I
And
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know those two.
Me neither.
Okay. The next one is
And
either.
and do you remember? Sorry, Ariel, do you remember what all this stuff is?
Normally you would need the person carrying something on their head, right? So you
Yeah,
would
that's
think
maybe
it
this
could
one.
be this. But do I see it in the shape? No. The last one looks like a
Just
determinative stroke to me.
it should be this one, right?
Yeah.
This took a while.
It's weird.
Yeah, it usually doesn't happen.
May have failed. Try again. No, there
All
it
right.
is. Look at the first one in black underneath. Yeah, because that's ours. So yeah, it's the person with the basket, supposedly.
Okay, I see.
But good luck
And
with
then a
that.
Z1 stroke.
Yeah. But good luck with that.
Yeah. And
I
then for
see.
the Shep, sorry, but the Shep prize thing, we seem to have a gold or the hedge and the sort of gold this little I can't move the cursor while I'm on the thing, but yeah, the little U is what you have in the Nebu and gold and stuff. So that makes sense with the prize or something a gift or something like this.
Right.
Maybe I'll go back to our which would be this one. This one is the same as you have in the word for gold.
Okay, that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Because Shep should be sh, p, and then the nebu glyph, the gold glyph. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go down, that's how it's written in the hieroglyphs.
Sorry, what did you say? Go down. Oh,
in,
okay. Sorry, in our text. Yeah.
in our text. There you go. That makes it maybe a bit easier to understand. So this is what it should be. And yeah, if you think that U-looking sign is maybe the bottom of the nebu, maybe.
That's what they have in this. If we quickly, just so that no, neb, it should be neb, yeah. If we quickly think about, right, it's for example in this one.
Oh, okay.
It has a much larger sign, but I think so. I think that's what we have as a determinative.
That makes some sense. I buy that.
In this thing, yeah. And here we have the man with something on his head, with his hand to his head, and this was the Z1. This was just a vertical stroke. Okay.
Let's bring this puppy home. So that little circle there is Mbach. That is just the way it looks.
Yeah.
So in front of or before. And then it gets a little bit confusing. If we're looking at the hieroglyphs, we know that this is going to Berenike, I mean. This is a different bar, though. This is the bar bird. So
yeah.
BRN, and again is that combination of the new jar with some extra stuff. Y, and then this scribe writes his G's really funnily. Supposedly that's a G, but that's going to come again in a couple of lines where he breaks it up into two pieces. So there's a G, then there's an aleph bird, and the cartouche ends. So that's basically cartouche end with two strokes, and then comes a ta.
I'll do it right. Oh.
You got it? And then this funny thing, which could be a P, is a menich. So the thing that the horizontal glyph is a men. Yeah, and I think that's all I can say about it. I think the thing that comes afterwards is supposed to be a ligature of ch and t or something.
Yes, I think so too. Like
The
it looks like what's the ch? I don't remember how do you write the ch, and then you have a t,
right,
and then you have a little
yep,
diagonal stroke.
that's what it is. And then come determinatives.
Yeah. So this one is the same as this one. So we had over here, we had, of course, Bereni Ga. Okay. And I think, and the sort of ideal, the sort of the G usually I think is written something like like this. So that's what the scribe in a way is doing. Yeah.
Right. So basically we have the name of the priestess Hura, who is the prize carrier before Berenike, the beneficent or the whatever, however you want to translate Menech, the excellent.
Yeah. Getis.
Yes, Getis.
And for the R, but how do we take that?
Good. Actually, there's a hint right underneath. I mean, normally R would be the preposition, right? Which doesn't make any sense here. But since it's a homonym at this point in time, with the what's it called? I can't think of the word. Circumstantial EU. I think it
Mhm.
would be almost like an and in English. While Pura being the daughter of so and so being the and the prize bearer for Berenice. So it's essentially a way how to put a comma. That's how I would read it, I think.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So so
sorry.
R is EU. You could put like equals EU in this case. In a Coptic, it would be a simple epsilon.
Yeah. But in the longer form, right? It's ere.
Not necessarily, because ere comes from a different verb, actually. It comes from ire.
Okay.
And is only used with nouns originally. It gets a bit tricky.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that was a bit. This part was a bit trickier with this new priesthood with the prize carrier. Yeah. Okay. How about the hieroglyphs? So the first one is pretty clear, right?
EU.
You. Mm.
Okay. Perat.
Yeah. Okay. I will do per at.
I mean, I know it's sot, but I'm not sure why it's flanked by T's. Is that just artistry?
Yeah. Right. Or is this does this T also go to? No, I guess usually the T does come before, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sat.
And PYLYNS. And then a very abridged writing of phi, just the determinative.
Right. Something like this.
Shep. And Kenu. I mean, this is almost word for word the same as the demotic. And Bach. And then I guess this is that B, the ba that looks like a little flower pot with the shark's fin coming out of it.
Yeah. So this is
Aurelio.
Shark's fin coming out.
You know what I'm talking about? The little, yeah. R.
The world's smallest sharkarium. Poor thing.
You know how I read hieroglyphs. You're familiar with my talent. So ba. Wait, so it would be ba.
Yeah, or just phonetically, that the sort of Greek-Roman stuff just takes the first letter, the
Yeah.
B.
Okay, so RNYG.
NYG. Oh, sorry. G.
Ot, and then an ot at the end.
At. So, der, ni, gods.
T is almost certainly silent at this point.
Yeah.
Ta menech, again, the same as above. As above, so below.
As above, so below. Awesome. Next, Greek.
Afloporu.
Perfect. Oh, that was a very strange lambda. Sorry about that.
Afloforu.
Lo. Fo. Ru.
Verenices.
Re. Re. Ni. Kes.
Let me think. LR LR yeah. LRG T2. Not too sure what that one there is.
Yep, that's right. Evergetidos.
Pureless. No, is that meant to be an epsilon or a sigma?
This
Alpha.
is a sigma.
Puras.
This is an Puras.
Alpha.
Yep.
Yeah. Purastes.
Ras. Tes.
Filino.
Okay. So sorry, I just. Okay. So implicitly here is that we had ep hiereos alexandrou we had a long time ago, and here we have still the same. It's a type of ep hiereos, and then we get the name of the.
Floro. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have.
Floros, I guess.
We have this atlon, which means a prize, and then foru comes from pharaoh, right?
Okay, so to carry or give.
Yeah. So the prize carrier is the name of the priesthood.
The prize carrier.
It's off.
And that's what we've been seeing in the hieroglyph cartouche as well as the. Yeah.
Yep. This name.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's in the priesthood of the prize carrier of Berenike, and then we have an epithet for Berenike. She is the.
This word is one I had no idea what I was looking at.
Yeah, it's the same as we have for the. It's Eworgetes for the masculine version, and it means the beneficent, the one who does well.
It's just the genitive, right?
Yeah, it's right. If we have this is for the tis is what you get for the feminine agent noun. You get the tis instead of the tes that we had for the masculine type, which would be like this.
Kudos is just the genitive.
Yep, exactly. And then tidos is just the ending for the genitive. Yep.
Benefactor of, and then you get the name. No, wait, what's this?
Yeah, a name.
That's a name, yeah.
And that's the name of the. So this it's the genitive keep tripping us up because this puras is in opposition to Atlophoros. That's the person who is the prize carrier. So at the priesthood of the prize carrier of Berenikes, the beneficent, Puras, and her name is.
And then daughter of Filinos.
Yeah, Filinos, exactly. So I guess that her name would be Pura. Her name, the actual name is just Pura. But that sounds weird. Yeah, no, it's that. It's Pura, daughter of Filinos. Okay.
Pyrrha, like the
great,
wife of Deucalion, no?
Can you say that again?
Pyrrha, like the wife of Deucalion. Deucalion and Pyrrha. Creation
Oh,
of
yeah, that's
mankind.
one of those Ovid, those metamorphosis myths.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly.
So not that unfamiliar.
No, it's yeah. I'm just thinking about names. Greek names are always interesting. Yeah. What time is it now? Okay, we still have some time.
Quick question, if I may. This way how to indicate paternity, saying like Pyrrha, the one of Philinos, is that, or Philinos, is that the standard way how to do it in Greek? So without using son or daughter, just using like an article in between to indicate who belongs to who?
Yeah, that's the normal way of doing it, even in Plato or at any time.
Okay, got it. Very cool.
Yeah. In Homer, they have these specific articles, so it's not like if you are the son of Peleus. If you are Achilles, the son of Peleus, then you are the Peleiad.
Peleiades, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Mm,
That's another way of doing it.
makes sense.
Okay, so some more names and the final, I think, priesthood. Is it the final one? I hope so. I hope this is the final priesthood. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Can I
There's
get
Arya,
A,
the L,
Ri, A? Perfect.
and then Sat, and then I'm lost.
Yeah, okay, let's do this. Sat, and then we have an N down here, right?
Think so.
Yeah, and then we have another name. So the daughter of,
You can always look at the hieroglyphs to cheat.
Yeah, so it's D then, but D is not, so it's T.
yeah, I don't know.
Tiag, Tiagni,
Perfect.
Tiagnis.
I think so. Maybe this is an S. Yeah. So T Agnes. I have no idea what name that is, but okay.
Diogenes?
Theogenes. Oh yeah, so it's a D. It's really well in Greek it would be a D, but let's.
Could be either from the way it's spelled, right?
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
It could be either. But that's nice. Yeah, Diogenes. That makes sense. Okay. And then we have another. We have this sign that we had previous a bit in the other priesthood.
Yeah, the phi, was it that?
Yep, exactly. So we can write it. Was it just phi? Maybe I guess in the demotic writing. And then we have then now we're at we're finishing a line here in demotic, the D3. So we come to the fourth line in demotic, and as usual, the beginning of the demotic is missing. So I have filled in here. So it's the phi, ten, neb. And 10 means a basket.
Was the care of basket for the Lord?
Yeah,
No,
this is
that's not right.
this is neb as in gold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm by in the presence of Aris. Is that a name or is that?
Yeah, it starts here. This is very awkward because it goes like this, but the beginning of the name is Arsi, and then it continues from this character.
So Na.
Yep, Arsi na.
Arsina. Okay.
Ar si, or like this maybe, I don't know. Arsi na.
And then it's a something something.
What am I missing here?
The
This
little,
is
Mhm.
oh,
The little circle is mer, to love.
mer, right? So mer. And then this one is the brother. So
Sen. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Sen. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have if we take it from the top?
So yes, Arya, the daughter of Theagnis, the bearer of golden baskets, in the presence of Arsina, the beloved brother.
The one who
sibling.
loves, the one that loves the sibling lover. Yeah. So that would be, if we have our little, are the names of these, it would be this one, Arsinoe the second, Philadelphos. So brother, lover.
I just gotta say, I'm impressed by myself. This is the fourth time I've seen Demotic.
Really? Wow,
Cool.
that's crazy good though.
That's good.
Yeah, really great. Thank you for jumping at it. Are you Scandinavian, by the way?
Yeah, I'm Norwegian.
You're Norwegian. So am I. That's awesome. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Can we maybe get through some of the hieroglyphic before we end?
Well, it's basically the same. It's EU Sariat.
So we have do we have EU here? Okay. Then we have A,
Let's see.
Ri.
It's not S, it's Ariat.
Yep.
That's the Diagnis.
Right. So D, A, ness.
And then fine, then okay, then Nebu and Ba.
Right. Then Denu, Neb. Is it Nebu like this, right? Yeah.
I think so. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry.
Ba Irsinat. Irsina. The T is, I guess, is not pronounced at the end.
Yeah, Irsi, exactly. Nice. So the I becomes Ir, but becomes just an E. Irsi, na. Yeah, we don't.
Mersen.
Right. So we have ta, ta, mer, sen. Why am I tripping up? What is going on here? Mer, sen. Sen.
Mernusen, but yeah.
Yeah, that is
Senu,
weird,
is
right?
it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I got tripped up by this. So it could be senu, right? Because if we have a plural, maybe. I don't know if that.
Oh,
But
snail.
why does the.
Yeah, sibling loving. Yeah, that makes sense.
But how many siblings does she have? Only one, right?
Yeah, right. She does it, and it's probably her husband, right? But strange.
Yeah, I think so, right? This is who? This is wife of Ptolemy #2?
This is the wife of Ptolemy the second, yeah. And I guess that if that sibling is the king, then that's why we have an honorific transposition, maybe.
Right.
Why
Just
the sen?
the nu is a bit odd.
This
Why
new is this sort of this number sequence, or is the first sibling lover?
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
There is such
I
a
don't
thing.
know.
You're right, but not with wa, is it? If you want to say the first, that would be tep. And then you have the ones that are formed with nu, like second, third, and whatnot. But not for the first one, I think. This is odd. This is interesting.
Let's look at it on our own time. So it's 6 p.m. in Oslo, Norway. So thank you all. We are moving ahead, so that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, and I'll see you in a week. We'll have to discuss. So you in the US, you're changing now. You're going to switch this weekend, so we'll have to discuss a bit more. But yeah,
Right.
we'll figure it out.
Sounds good. Hey, great progress, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
A wonderful day.